Born on July 16, 1872, in Borge, Norway, Roald Gravning Amundsen etched his name into the annals of history as one of the most remarkable and accomplished polar explorers the world has ever known. His meticulous planning, daring spirit, and unparalleled understanding of the polar environment allowed him to achieve feats that others only dreamed of, solidifying his legacy as the last of the Vikings and the quote, conqueror of the poles. Amundsen's fascination with the polar regions began early. Inspired by Fridtjof Nansen's crossing of Greenland, he dedicated himself to mastering the skills necessary for survival in extreme cold: skiing, dog sledding, and navigation. Unlike some of his contemporaries, Amundsen emphasized preparation, learning from indigenous peoples, and adapting their techniques, a philosophy that would prove crucial to his success. Conquering the Northwest Passage. Amundsen's first major triumph came with the first successful navigation of the Northwest Passage. From 1903 to 1906, aboard his small ship Ajoa, he meticulously charted the treacherous Arctic archipelago. This was a feat that had eluded explorers for centuries, a quest for a navigable sea route connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Amundsen and his crew spent 2 winters frozen in the ice, learning valuable lessons about Arctic survival from the local Inuit people. His small, shallow draft vessel and keen understanding of ice conditions allowed him to navigate where larger, more robust ships had failed, demonstrating his innovative approach to exploration. The completion of this passage, after 3 arduous years, marked a significant milestone in maritime history. The race to the South Pole. While his initial ambition was to be the first to reach the North Pole, news of Robert Peary's disputed claim in 1909 prompted Amundsen to secretly shift his focus. He set his sights on the South Pole, a decision that would ignite one of the most famous races in exploration history. With his ship, the Fram, borrowed from Nansen, Amundsen departed Norway in 1910, keeping his true destination a secret from even his crew until they were well underway. Amundsen's expedition was a masterclass in efficiency and calculated risk. He utilized expertly trained dog teams, which were far superior for hauling supplies across the icy terrain than the ponies favored by his British rival, Robert Falcon Scott. Amundsen's team established a series of well-stocked depots along their route, ensuring a steady supply of food and fuel for both the men and the dogs. Their meticulously planned march across the vast, unforgiving Antarctic landscape culminated in a monumental achievement. On December 14, 1911, Roald Amundsen and his 4 companions became the first humans to reach the South Pole. They returned safely to their base camp, a stark contrast to Scott's tragic expedition, which arrived at the pole weeks later, only to perish on the return journey. Amundsen's triumph underscored the importance of thorough preparation, adaptability, and the strategic use of appropriate technology and techniques. Pioneering aerial exploration. Amundsen's insatiable drive for exploration did not wane after conquering the poles. He turned his attention to aerial exploration of the Arctic. In 1925, he attempted a flight to the North Pole in a pair of seaplanes, a daring but ultimately unsuccessful endeavor due to mechanical issues. However, his most notable aerial achievement came in 1926. Alongside American explorer Lincoln Ellsworth and Italian aeronautical engineer Umberto Nobile, Amundsen commanded the semi-rigid airship Norge on the first undisputed flight over the North Pole. This groundbreaking journey, flying from Spitsbergen over the pole to Alaska, marked a new era in exploration, demonstrating the potential of air travel for traversing vast, inaccessible regions. A hero's disappearance. Roald Amundsen's life, dedicated to pushing the boundaries of human endurance and geographical knowledge, met a mysterious end. In June 1928, he embarked on a rescue mission for Umberto Nobile, whose airship Italia had crashed in the Arctic after a subsequent attempt to reach the North Pole. Amundsen's aircraft, a French Latham 47 flying boat, disappeared without a trace, and despite extensive searches, neither he nor his crew were ever found. Roald Amundsen's legacy is one of unparalleled achievement in polar exploration. He was a visionary leader, a meticulous planner, and a bold adventurer who understood and respected the harsh realities of the polar environment. His accomplishments, from the Northwest Passage to the South Pole and the first flight over the North Pole, stand as a testament to his unwavering determination and his profound impact on our understanding of the world's most remote and challenging frontiers.